play nerd. I play nerd.
Get those wonderful toys.
Snoochie Boochies, everyone. This is a toy unboxing and review from I Play Nerd. This time we have the Spin Master Superman character. This is from the new movie that's coming out in July. Just got it out from Walmart. It is the 6-inch scale line from Spin Master. Definitely different from what we're going to be getting from McFarlane. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. Pretty cool. You get a lot of comic book art here, kind of faded to the background. Yeah, David Cornsweet in a kind of not really cartoonish, but it's a little kind of a reproduced image of him. You have the Superman emblem, the Superman name. You can see there is Spin Master is doing a Build-A-Figure. I know they lost the license, but they are trying to go out with a bang. On the back, there is a UPC. There's a cross cell. You can see that there's a Build-A-Figure. All the pieces. Number 5 points to his crotch. Now, when I was at Walmart, I did see most of these figures at different Walmart locations. Of course, there's Superman, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Metamorpho, and Hawker. I did not see the Engineer, though. So, what I did realize is that you could get this entire set for less than $50, you know, not including tax. So, kind of wish I would have gotten all of them, but this is new. This is something that Spin Master has not done before. I'm also a McFarlane Multiverse collector, so that's going to be where I put most of my efforts into, even though it's going to be a lot more expensive. This was, I think, less than $8, if I remember correctly. If not, it was less than $9. So this is some great value, given you're not going to get the same type of quality that you get with McFarlane or with a Marvel Legends type of character, type of figure. So, anyways, that's enough of that bullshit. Let's bust this open. Let's play with Kal-El. And here's a David Cornsweet Superman out of the package with everything that he comes with. It does not come with a lot. He does come with a Build-A-Figure of number 4, the robot. Now, important to note that this robot does not have any articulation on the neck. I almost broke it because I thought I was trying to turn his head. It does not turn, but it does come with a cape, kind of that what you'd expect from a Spin Master type cape, where there's not a whole lot to it. It just kind of drapes over. Not meant to blow in the wind. It's just there to kind of check a box. All right, let's look at Superman. This is a pretty good looking action figure, especially for the price point that you pay for it. It does look like David Cornsweet from different angles. Not 100% perfect, but pretty damn close. And definitely for that price point, it is awesome. Now, I did look at roughly 10 different Superman action figures when I was at Walmart and I purchased this, because I was looking at the paint apps, and none of them were perfect. A lot of them had very obvious flaws, very obvious imperfections, and I decided on this one because his eyes weren't all messed up. The only thing that kind of stuck out in my head was that his little curl right there looked a little bit like it could use a little Sharpie to improve it. But a lot of the other action figures around the neck, around the collar, the paint was very sloppily done. This one is a lot better than what was available to me. The eyes look good. A lot of times the eyes on the other action figures looked a little bit wonky, like they weren't centered correctly, and one of the eyes was way closer to the nose, much closer to the nose than the other eye. This one's a little bit like that, but not as bad. Other than that, let's look at the design as it should be. So, the color looks good. Maybe it should be a little bit brighter, but this isn't bad. The S emblem is not just painted on, it's molded on. So it looks really good on the action figure. There are a lot of different lines, similar to what we saw with the Man of Steel. Excuse me. the Man of Steel suit on the torso, on the arms, on the legs, on the back. The belt looks good. The trunks look pretty good. Boots look good, for what you need. There are peg holes in the bottom. There is very little detail on the bottom of the foot, and that's fine. It's just the bottom of the foot. But they do have peg holes. No changeable hands. They are stuck in this holding position. Very kind of odd, but hey, that's the way it is. He doesn't hold anything, but if he wants to, he could hold a can of Coke if he wanted to. On the back side, I'll flip up the cape. Good detail. He does have... You can kind of see, if you look at really closely, you kind of see where the paint apps are a little bit weaker in some spots than the other. But it's on the back of the figure, so it's not a deal breaker. The cape, definitely a Spin Master cape, where there's not a whole lot to it. It's not meant to flow. It's just meant to just sit there and not really... Like I said earlier, it checks a checkbox. The S emblem on the back, great to see. It is kind of a sticker, maybe ironed on type thing on there. The material of the cape, kind of cheap. Exactly what you think of, because it's the Spin Master action figure. Alright. Articulation wise, the head moves. Oops, let me get on camera. All the way around. I see people say that it moves up and down very slightly. I wouldn't say it does. The arms back and forth, out to the side, no butterfly joint, but still, for what, if you know what you're getting, this is actually pretty fantastic as far as articulation goes. There is our articulation in the elbow, single jointed, no pins. Actually at the elbow it does twist also. The hands have no articulation on it, so I'll try. At the hips and the waist, no articulation. At the legs, they go that far forward, which isn't a lot, but his buttocks prevent him from going back at all. He's stuck. He does not, the legs do not go backwards. So here's the other side, the other leg. Goes forward, not a whole lot. It does not go back at all. There is knee articulation, single jointed, no pins. And the feet have no articulation at all. But you know what? Articulation wise, for what you are paying, this is pretty damn cool. For comparison, here is the Spin Master David Cornswin Superman figure, next to a few other figures from different companies. David Cornswin as Spin Master, but if you look on the left, you have the Henry Cavill. That is I'm going to say Man of Steel, BVS, Superman. He is a much larger figure. He is a different scale. That is a 7-inch scale, as well as the Christopher Reeve Superman directly to the left. So they obviously they will tower over the Cornswin Spin Master figure. Over on the right, we have two different versions of the Mattel Henry Cavill Superman. And good God, those faces look terrible. You can see how far off they were. Those figures were... God, Spin Master is way better at making those faces. McFarlane is also better at making those faces, although the Henry Cavill one isn't as perfect as I want it to be. But you can tell the difference. This is a Henry Cavill made from Mattel, and another one made by Mattel. Let's see if we can get some light on them. They just look absolutely nothing like Henry Cavill. But let's put those guys back. Now this one from McFarlane does look a lot better. Not perfect. Definitely looks better. Christopher Reeve. Looks pretty damn good as far as face goes. The Spin Master David Cornsweet, pretty damn good. I'm very impressed for such a cheap figure to have that type of accuracy. And when I was looking at the other figures, Hawkgirl has a mask, so you can't really tell. Guy Gardner looks like Nathan Fillion, and Mr. Terrific looks like the actor. And Metamorpho, well, he's covered in makeup, so it doesn't really matter. But the likeness that Spin Master has captured is actually very, very accurate. Height-wise, he is supposed to be a 6-inch scale figure. You can tell that on the the left here we have 7-inch scale figures, and on the right here we have Mattel's 6-inch figures. And how does he compare in height to the Mattel? He is a little bit short. Actually, no, he's a lot shorter. That's one of the Henry Cavill Superman. That doesn't look like Henry Cavill at all. And definitely shorter. So, maybe it's not really 6-inch scale. Maybe he's like 5.75 inch scale. Yeah, maybe that should be the new category that we put these in. And that's going to do it for this unboxing and review of the Spin Master Superman figure from the movie Superman. One thing I want to note that it can, because it has pickles in the bottom of its feet, you can use a DC multiverse. Yep, we'll put it on there. Very simple to use a DC multiverse stand. And of course, a DC multiverse flight stand. Let me zoom out of there. Boom, there you go. So you can do that. Now let me take it off him. Given the price point of, I think, $8 or $9, this is a wonderful figure to grab. It's going to have some flaws here and there, but honestly, I've seen higher end figures that have flaws also with the paint apps and little design flaws here and there. So for what you want to get out of a $8, $9 figure, which is cheaper than the Superpowers figures, this is pretty damn good. This is high quality. This is good value. And if you want to get all the figures in this line, it is less than $50 before tax. So this is definitely a pickup if you're a Superman fan and if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. So that's it. Smell you later.